I got a land additive. So the land additive is going to be us having to do an additive to a different thing. Okay, let me see. Based on the idle. Probably also doing with the blend space of movement. This might be something that we have to set up later, because I'm not really worried about it too much right now, but we'll see. Let's just at least get things in here. And we can actually leave that out. Let's just apply an additive. Let's just do it this way. Not even worry about the other things. Just technically, we have the idle in here too. The hope is that it can apply to the movement if we're moving already. So jump end, even if we're moving, it applies it back. We go back into our movement, and we're good. It's good enough for now. What we're gonna do is say speed. I'm gonna say like less than 5. Because I always try and get to the spot if they're close. Well, you know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do less than or equal to 0. Screw it, whatever. Whenever you hit 0, just go here. And then this one's gonna be ratio remaining on that animation that idle start. So as that one comes to an end, we automatically transition over to this next one. Movement, if we're, we need a new one, so we're gonna say if we're falling. And I do that thing where I always put a B in front of my bools, even though you don't do it for everything else like I should. Float and whatnot. Doesn't matter. Just a habit at this point. Ratio remaining on the blend space jump is less than or equal to 0.2. Of course, that's just kind of the standard. I'm not going to do any changes to it for now. This is, if we're not falling anymore, we're going to go into the landing and back to our movement. I gotta double check make sure it's the additive doesn't have a loop on it. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's all good there. Promote those two variables, delta. And I'm going to be putting these under kind of a standard movement category. And then I'm going to do, when we initialize our animation, that's what I'm going to get my owner. And we could cast to our character. I would really like to put together a blueprint interface for it, so let's see if we can do that instead. So let's do blueprint interface. Blueprint interface for our character or characters. This is to get data from our character set, essentially. Return current velocity. Let's do that. We don't need the direction. We can get that just from any sort of actor. Velocity is something we get specifically from our character movement class. I wonder if we can return our character movement class, if that's something we would need to have. Good question. Let's go ahead. We're going to add this in, though, real quick. So, interfaces, characters. We're going to have a bunch of things in here, like who we're currently targeting and things like that. Whatever we need. Falling is another one, technically. Because even if we could cast our standard character here if we wanted, or we could just set this as like a variable, just a pawn, and then just use it in the interface the entire time. I'm going to call it player. I'm going to convert it to a validated get. Velocity. And for here, we're going to return a vector. Calculate direction. Do this and get actor rotation. Set current direction and I'm just going to take the length of it. Boom, boom, yeah. All the standard, boring stuff. Let's go ahead and let's drop this into a collapsed sheet. Okay. Last thing we need to do is implement if we're falling or not. So let's do falling. We could return the actual movement mode itself, which might be useful later. So this might change out at some point. Okay, no errors, we're all good. If we go to preview it, go to falling. If we're idle, we can't get into falling. We need to fix that. Boom. I'll move this one down. Here's the falling. So that animation doesn't loop. So the start idle also needs to be able to jump over to the, or be essentially abandoned halfway through if we start falling. Yeah, I think it works. Additive and everything looks good. This is always a little bit messy, but I think it's fine for now. Yeah. Comment a few more things and be good. My comments are going to be very bare bone, very, very minimal right now. Which is fine for the time being. I mean, it's a project. Do it on the side for fun, just for me. Okay. That's good there. This is good here. Player controller stuff, mouse, all that. Settings, we're getting close to having I have to double check and see if there's anything else I have to do for mobile to set it up properly, kind of thing. Just because I don't think I did it when I made the project. I think when I made the project, it was just, normal desktop quality stuff, which I, now need to change, which shouldn't be too hard. I just don't remember it all. I don't think there's anything I want to change here yet. I think everything else is fine. Target hardware, here we go. Yeah, and we can do that. Yeah, let's do it. It'll be fine. Just take a minute. Okay. Let's see. We need to apply our new, so we can get on the mesh. There we go. Okay, so we do have mouse input set up for these things, so I wonder why I can't move. You would think that you'd be able to, but I cannot move. Let's see if I can debug this a little bit. Yeah, see, there's nothing coming through it for some reason. That's weird. Oh, what did I do to screw this up? This isn't a tick issue, is it? It should not. It should not be a tick issue. That would be weird. Yeah, no. What else did I do to screw with the input? Oops. check out my player controller and see. Let's just enable click events right now. I thought setting it up so that the mouse used the touch events would work. Yeah, see, still not moving. Let's see why. I like doing that. Not that it really matters that much for this kind of game. I just like thinking that the player controller is where my player is. Interesting. Yeah, I'm still not getting any input. Huh. That is strange. Oh yeah, I did that. These are the normal things. This is empty. I don't know why it's still here. Weird. Alright. What is going on here, guys? I'm assuming this has to be a mobile issue. Yeah, still doesn't want to move. What am I missing? There's something that I screwed up somewhere. I also can't build. What's going on? No, because I'm not previewing. Okay. Interesting. Go to world settings too, make sure I didn't override something. No, nothing there. I wonder if it's my player controller, if I can't change the tick settings on this one. What else would I have screwed up? Yeah, so it must be the player controller, I bet. I did not know that you can't take that off on here. Yeah, input doesn't work then. That's crazy. Yeah, well, we'll just leave it on for now for everything. It's not like we're gonna leave this in Blueprint forever. Alright, now we fixed that. Let's see why we're not getting character movement. No, because I'm not returning. Okay, so we need to implement the couple interface calls. This one's just gonna velocity. This is just an actor thing, so we might not even need this. Let's check it out in my animation blueprint. I was thinking that it was a part of my character movement class, the character movement component. But if it's not a part of the movement component, then we can just remove that and say, yeah, there we go. Very nice. Don't need this, we can get rid of it. Get rid of it in the other one. Which means, let's also get rid of this, and don't need that. Perfect. Turn velocity stuff. That should actually be gone now. Turn falling will be from this, so we could eventually. Yeah, it is falling. We could eventually just change it to getting the character movement component or something like that. I wonder if we can do that from here. Ooh, we can. We don't need this at all. That is perfect. Although I'll keep the blueprint interface. We just don't need to return falling or anything like that. So remove all that. What I want to do is do that here. Essentially, we do need an is valid check though. Just in case our movement component is gone for some odd reason. Should never be, but I'm just gonna say it's falling. It's very nice that they have that built in. It's very useful. Ugh. A lot of the time I end up doing like casts that I shouldn't do, which is why I'm like trying my best right now not to do any of that from the ground up. Anyway, I don't have to worry about it later. Okay, so we're good there. I'm good here. Let's go into my player controller. We're not doing click events, we're just doing show mouse cursor. And is there anything else I need to change back? I don't think so. Project settings. Use mouse for touch. And yeah, I think that's it. Let's do touch. This is again going to be for the melee stab. So it's like just a single tap when you're in combat. This one's blank, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll end up using it for something at some point. Getting specific character information and whatnot. We should probably put a parent class together for the character stuff. So characters, a new folder called player. Pop. We'll just this one in here. And I'm going to be doing a new blueprint class, a new character class called Puzzle Box character. And this guy is going to, this is my Puzzle Box player character, and it's going to inherit from my Puzzle Box character. So we got, where's it? Puzzle Box character, which we can technically leave blank, or we can put the mannequin in it or something like that, but, you know, I'm okay with leaving the mesh blank. Just because we're never going to spawn this one. This is like our parent class for everything. So it'll contain all the stuff that every single character in our game will need. Yeah. We're not going to do that. We are going to set it up to be pretty close to what our player is, which is that we use the rotation to movement, and then when we're not using rotation to movement, then we'll slowly rotate to the desired kind of focus. So that's when we like Z-target and whatnot. So you actually can set those both up at the same time. See where it is? Yeah. So that added it. Essentially what happens is if it's orient to movement, it gets overwritten. So you can actually have this on always, and then when you turn this one off, it'll pick this one up then. So that's good. All this is fine. Gosh, we're still doing setup. It's taking so long to do setup. I want to make sure it's all good to go. Okay. We're also going to have an enemy folder. Enemy blueprint folder. So let's also do that. And just call it a minion. Just because I'm pretty sure that's what they're called from the Paragon stuff. You can call them minions, right? Yeah. We want a minion that's like small, easy to fight kind of thing. Let's take a look. This is the standard melee guy. This is the white camp. Did they have one that looked like it was full of grass, I think? Looked kind of cool. I want to see if I can get that one. Would it be under